Oh, how'd you know about that?
Okay, so we have 268,841 gold currently in non-credit.
Hmm. Have you been counting the amount that I've been siphoning off the top?
No, I'm sorry, we have 281,841.
Oh, yes. So you had been counting the amount that I had been siphoning off the top.
No, that is me counting the amount of
Okay.
crap I'm about to sell. So any siphoning has not occurred yet. Or more specifically, any of that, gil that you somehow managed to multiply out of nowhere.
Hey, hey, hey. I'm very good at my job.
I have it in my head canon, since Brian in Star Wars has a disadvantage that says he somehow loses money whenever he gets it, and then you have a class ability that says you gain money whenever we get it. My headcanon is somehow the money from his pocket is crossing dimensions into your pocket.
Oh, that's great.
Really, the exchange rate from credit to gold is actually pretty good. All right, so yeah, we have 281, almost 282,000. I also have personal funds I can throw at this, so it's like, how much of this do we want to put towards AOE healing, and how much of that do we want to, just do the normal loot crating with?
AoE healing is good. I mean, if we're really nearing the end game, we probably don't want to just have a big pile of money sitting around, yeah?
I wouldn't
As
want.
much
I
as
wouldn't
that
think so because it's not like you can take it with you into the epilogue. But
I can absolutely take it with me into the epilogue, to be fair. I will
okay, allow me
just
to rephrase. You can take it with you into the epilogue, but it doesn't exactly help you once the game ends.
It would be kind of funny because from a enroll logistics standpoint, if you blow all your money, then go to the epilogue. You're going to the epilogue broke.
Yeah. So
it would be
I,
hilarious though if we ended the game with like several 100,000 gil just sitting on the sidelines, and then Tarvalane ends up literally expanding the Den of Sin into every city on the planet.
yeah,
I mean, we got plenty of things coming up that could yield more money. So that's still entirely possible. Imagine the loot drop for the killing the settings equivalent of Satan would be pretty good.
Hmm. The moon, killing the moon.
Well, killing the thing that lives inside the moon.
Am I on energy saver? Is that what it is? No. My computer is just going really slow today for some reason.
Are you on Windows 11?
Uh, mm, I think so. Yeah.
You're on the computer Brian got you?
I don't think Brian got me this computer. I'm 90% sure I bought myself this computer many years ago.
Okay, it's your old one then. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that might still be just 10. Okay.
What what computer Brian got me?
Tiara said something about him, talking about buying you the same computer he got her. I don't.
Oh,
it sounds like you might be saying a spoiler. I don't.
She
I
did.
don't know.
She didn't tell me it was a secret. So
uh, so that's a funny thing. I was told that Brian was gonna get me something like in December, and that he needed my address, and then nothing ever showed up.
maybe it's stuck in
So
customs. I don't know.
it's quite possible that he couldn't ship it because batteries.
Maybe. So if he just
Uh,
put in your address as the address from the for the company to send it to you directly, I don't know if that would be
fair.
I don't know. The way she's talked about it, it sounded like it was already done. So I thought it was already a thing, and he was just rocking it. If it was a spoiler, my bad.
I'm gonna guess that it's not actually happening. So I will be pleasantly surprised if it does.
Well, if we're going to see how far we can get on the money we've got, great. Potions before you make a haggling attempt are 19,500.
Is this like a group meeting?
Yes, this would be a group meeting.
Okay.
We're discussing the distributing the loot crate. That's obviously a group. Like, hey guys, how do you want your money spent? Do you want it just in hand, or you want it to turn into AOE healing?
In that
And we'll just
case,
distribute the AOE healing. I'd happily give it to you in AOE potions instead. Thomas is our best businessman haggler. So
I am good at the haggles.
it's not me standing next to him to give him expertise, because I think he already has expertise.
Pretty sure I already have it.
Zasha will donate 100,000.
Does he have 100,000? Little bitch never spends his money, apparently. Am I the only broke bastard in the party? Is that what I'm learning today?
What are people's passive insight? Okay, that's a poor question for. You know what? Actually,
I like saying it. 32.
No. Actually, it doesn't necessarily be a passive insight. This would be a passive perception. Actually.
13.
Okay, he said. I was like, what? I don't think that's actually possible. 13. Okay.
Thomas does not have expertise in persuasion. Thomas has expertise in deception and intimidation.
Okay, well then if I go with you, if I stand next to you, you gain expertise in persuasion.
Excellent.
Apparently I just put out an aura that makes everybody have expertise in talking, whether they actually know the skill or not.
Okay.
And somehow stealth is actually his best skill. Don't ask me how that works.
What's
I mean, he is a sneaky bastard sometimes.
What's Rose passive perception?
Perception 22.
Okay.
Unless I'm allowed to provide the bunnies giving me advantage, being more alert than Ro is, in which case it'd be 27. I don't get to count the bunnies in 22.
Kaze's, I don't think Kaze's experiences would
help here. That's
okay. What's your passive arcana?
There's a question that doesn't come up very often. Passive arcana is 19.
Okay.
No, 13.
I was like, how's it a 3? You add 10 to whatever. You have a negative. What's your wisdom if your intelligence if you have a -7 modifier? Jesus.
Okay. Okay. I realize it's something that you will be able to notice, not necessarily ask about, but it is something that you will be able to notice. The gem on Jatana's necklace to you appears to be some level of augment gem. Presumably this meeting is happening in pairs around a table.
I imagine we grab the back room at the den or something.
In which case,
you obviously don't count the money on the floor. That would be bad.
Yeah. I mean, a casino is a great place to count the money. In fact, probably need to teach Zasha how to gamble. I feel like Tommy's already taught him combat. We should teach him some more potential good skills.
So I believe deception usually covers games of chance.
I've seen it seems to depend on the game. I've seen deception. It's possible a stat change on the deception depending on the game. I've seen sleight of hand if you're cheating.
Oh yeah, if you're cheating. But I mean, I think rules as written.
Rules as written, I believe it's usually what's deception and with a possible change of stat based on what game you're playing. Unless the game actually has rules, because some of the games do have just
Yeah.
rules.
Okay, he only
Deception.
has gambling, quote unquote, at base.
We stand next to him.
Um,
He may be blowing his dice from 10 feet away.
there's what appears to be a augment gem on an anklet, and idly on. Oh, that's in. Three augment gems that are just like idly idling on her belt. They're not actually inserted in it.
Well, I'm glad she came well equipped. I'm not going to ask his new girlfriend to shell out her shiny magic rocks, cover from Amoros's staring into space.
Okay, but David, how much money for another Dawnstar?
A kingdom's treasury.
I mean, to be fair, you are ageless, so if you started now, you might be able to eventually craft one.
I don't think you can craft artifacts.
I mean, you can.
You can craft legendaries.
Rules as printed, no. But the math is there to theoretically be able to do it, based on, what, the rules printed in the book.
Hey, fair. You can extrapolate.
It's like if you can figure out the monetary value of the artifact, you divide that in
You said
half, and then take that divided by 50 days.
How long would it take to clean out the treasury in the Cobalt Kingdom? Since Sierra's not here to stop me.
Well, the NPCs would probably try to stop you. They have.
Give it to me.
You're probably looking
Roll for it.
in the range of at least 700 million. If you start converting things like gems and not just pure liquid assets, then it goes higher.
No. I said, how long will it take me to clean out the treasury? I need to do it all within one session.
I mean, if we use the portal mats, it just takes, it would only take a few minutes. You just push them into a hole in the floor, push it all into a hole in the floor.
Excellent.
I mean, if you're using the portal mats, I would say 30 minutes to an hour, depending on an athletics roll. Because, I mean, you still have to move it to the portal mat.
Like arcane bulldozer, just push it all in.
I mean, you don't have to. You can just take a bag of holding and scoop it all into the bag of holding, dump the bag of holding into the portal mat.
Well, I mean, yeah, that probably take longer than just using a bulldozer, because the bag of holding can only hold 500 pounds at a time.
Kind of will comment though. I have some gil I could donate.
If you wish to donate, we will happily accept, but nobody needs to feel compelled to donate. We do have funds here to put towards that cause.
Well, I was thinking my donation could be a bit of a investment.
As I said, if you wish to, invest in the party and the safety of your new whatever this is going on between you, we will not refuse. Feel that you have to do.
In that case, then I would like a premissary that I will be getting double of what I'm investing within the year. If
Hold
we
on.
all lose, it doesn't matter.
In other words, we have to pay you. How much are you investing? Hold on. For
I'd say
starters,
that's the important question. Like, I'm not opposed to the concept, but if you're investing like some kind of crazy number, I can't guarantee we can back it up. Yeah. You dump
I'd
$2
say
million in, I can't guarantee you we can get you $4 million back within a year. You understand? Yeah.
I mean, we could. It's just gonna
I didn't say it was impossible. I said I
involve.
can't guarantee.
Oh, we can. We just have to borrow it from the Cobalt Kingdom, which we were already talking about doing that anyways. Uh,
From her pack, she will pull out a small, simple chest. We're not talking about like a huge treasure chest or anything, but yeah, it's clearly like a sizable box. Which she will set on the table and slide towards whomever is going to be doing counting.
Who are we putting in charge of the counting?
I mean, Ro's been doing all the accounting, so since I've been managing the loot crates, so I imagine that's me.
Have we had a long
Okay.
rest?
Yeah. I imagine this will be the next morning after we got here. I guess it'll probably take Ro that long to do inventory.
Presumably you're opening the small box. It is like row to row stacks, gold, and gold and platinum, which will total up to 300,000.
So she wants 600,000 back. Hold on. Nope. I'm gonna negotiate here. We will happily take your money, but we'll do it at a reasonable 25% return on your investment by next year.
That certainly won't be enough to fortify any kind of small population, will it?
What do you mean it won't be enough to fortify a small population? What?
She's trying to invest in her people.
Is your return would be what? 75,000?
75,000, yeah. Make me a counter offer then. Because 100% interest is unreasonable.
Is
No
it
one gets
unreasonable
I
considering
don't even get 100% interest on the loan sharking I'm doing. Like, not that I've done a whole lot of the loan sharking, but we've been a little busy. Well, hold on, who's scratching? Is it Osaka? Okay. No scratching. Where's your brother? No scratching. Sorry. I heard a dog scratching their collar, and I was like, if it's Nico, I'm gonna beat his ass. I'm not paying for those stitches again.
you say 20? You say 25%? About 50.
about 33%? That's 100,000 gold return. Can I make a persuasion check at this point?
Yep.
With bro, you gonna give me the expertise on this?
You can't turn it off. If you're within 10 feet of me, you just get it.
Okay, that's going to be 32. Oh, I would have thought that it would have been persuasion v persuasion since it's a negotiation.
Fair.
I might help her. I don't I don't know.
Oh, sorry, that was wisdom.
Okay, yeah.
She'll
Yeah.
she'll lean over to Dasha, and there'll be a bit of a exchange of whispering. Which, for anyone who can understand the language, you can try to listen in if you want.
More focused on counting the ridiculous pile of gold she just put in front of me.
She'll gain a very mildly annoyed expression before returning her attention to you, Tarbalain. Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
she's investing 300. And how much is she expecting back?
I believe the agreement was 33%.
Yeah, 100,000 on top of her investment.
On top of her. Get her 400,000 within a year. Okay.
Which is a lot easier to do than 600,000.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, because you want to double. Yeah. And if we happen to end up with an excess and are feeling generous, we can always donate more on top of that. That's just the minimum we're required to get back.
Yes, we might give more money than we're contractually obligated to. That's exactly how my business model works.
Well, I wasn't expecting you to do that, but that's more of a row thinking. Okay, if we're financing the cat people getting back on their feet, okay, yeah, I might put some extra money towards that. You're correct. The contract is only 400,000. That is what we are required to pay in terms of interest and everything.
Yep. We can finance it through offering them employment. At one
Anything
of our
else is
many
a donation to the cause, has nothing to do with the actual business transaction.
Yeah, we can get their people employment at one of our many locations around the world.
Okay, so now we just need to go over to the shop and see how much we can knock down the price for buying in bulk. Definitely buying in bulk at this point.
Can we just shoot cannons of healing potions at the moon and heal what is inside of it?
Why would you want to heal what's trapped inside the moon? That's what's wanting to kill us.
No. Heal the moon so that it
Oh.
can't cause things anymore, and it seals the thing in there forever.
Well, my understanding, not having actually been there, but my understanding is it's not that the things are actually climbing out of, like up from underground or like cracks or anything, but more that, the aura radiating from the creature on the moon is creating these things, the surface, and then they jump down.
Oh, okay.
I mean, obviously, when we get there, I could be proven wrong, but that's my understanding based on what we're, taught as embers.
I wouldn't know. Never did Ember training. All this time to do it too.
Now,
Maybe I should
follow-up.
have done Ember training.
I mean, you've effectively done the Ember combat training at this point, just by osmosis of, fighting Fallen a lot. The only part that you haven't done is the book learning, where you figure out where, what point where to stab them more effectively, and that kind of, and what they're weak to, and that kind of stuff. Now, follow-up question: since we've doubled our investment now, do we want? I was aiming for the superior potions, but if we doubled our investment, do we want to swing for the highest tier instead, or do we want to buy a whole crap ton of small
Absolutely.
ones?
No, highest tier. Let's go.
Okay, so we recalculate what the asking price is probably going to be.
And we would like to get anything that causes, if we can get them in a way that is delayed so that they automatically kick in after, so you drink them and then they automatically kick in when you need them. We can macro dose Kami so she can't die. It's just like every time she gets hurt, she automatically heals. I just want to die. No, damn it. Stay up.
The funny part is these things work over 4 turns, so you have to be dying for 4 turns before it even before the healing stops.
But see, we need it to have about a 12-hour delay so we could mix it in her food the night before or something.
Good news! It's a suppository.
Impossible.
Okay. Very rare. I forgot to increase the multiplier. Okay, so they'd be 75,000 a pop. So
7,500.
I forgot to add a 0.
Vis-a-vis, concordantly.
How much do we have?
Currently 681,000, just under 682,000. All right, so if we aim for the Supreme before haggling, we could afford 9.
Oh, I like the I like the words before haggling. That makes me feel better. Okay.
As opposed to the Superior, where we'd be able to afford 35. Before haggling.
David's about to give someone a 20% buff to their persuasion. They're gonna have a modifier, passive persuasion of 30.
So yeah, it's like be able to get 9, which would heal 5d4 plus 10 over 4 turns, or we can get 35 that heal 44 plus 4 over 4 turns. We're looking at the difference of a d4 here.
Hey, that D4 might be the difference between life and death, you know?
Okay, well, I guess it's a matter of How confident are you in your haggling skills and getting bonuses for buying in bulk?
I do like the idea of haggling skills.
Willing to gamble on it if you are.
They don't
Worst
call me
case,
the
we won't only
gambler for nothing.
say worst case we only walk away with 9. Still 9 more area heals than we currently have. So
Okay. I like to imagine that they're going to be like, oh, I mean, how many adventurers are buying these things off the shelves, right? Like,
certainly not the max tier, which is what we're now shooting at.
yeah. So, yeah, let's go to the shop, and I've got a line to sell them.
Okay.
Anybody know guidance? We might need it. Speaking of a D4,
Yeah.
Can I cast it on myself?
you can.
Okay, then I've got guidance.
You know what else can be cast on you? And I know we have someone who can do it. And given that the fate of the world is at stake, I feel like it might be worth doing. Bardic
What?
Inspiration. Look at you son of a bitch.
He's
I'm getting inspired.
not that kind of bard.
I'm getting inspired.
You get rid
What
of
do I
all
get?
bards, get that.
No, but he generally doesn't use it that way.
I generally use it that way, but it feels like a extenuating circumstance.
That is fair.
What do
Fate of the world
what
is
do I
small
get
sprite.
for his bardic inspiration?
Let me look.
Imagine it's like a D6 or something.
Zasha, seeing the situation that you're kind of prepping,
Guy is about to make 682,000 gil.
Zasha will tell you a story about when he encountered this feeling merchant inexplicably on the 12th floor of some ruins that he was exploring at the time, and had to like oblong haggle with this figure who seemed to appeared to have a coat with many like little pockets of holding in it, and he'll explain to you some of the kind of curveball tactics that verbally jousted in that engagement, granting you a D8 of bardic inspiration.
Oh shit.
Okay. How much is the bardic inspiration?
D8.
D8.
To add a D8 to your roll.
And with the
Okay.
guidance.
Yeah, and a D4.
And what is it? Because you'll be with me, right? So
Yeah, I'll be with
expertise.
I'll be with you. So you also get expertise in persuasion, which means you get double proficiency.
If that doesn't work, I can always use the skill that I. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, this is Thomas. Not Vargo. I definitely
also
just
got
had
you-
this moment of going, wait, can't I talk to someone from an hour and then steal their shadow? And I was like, oh no, that's
No.
Fargo.
Oh, but you do have your luck die if you need them, and maybe if you offer the
I
guy a
get-
good coupon for the dentist in, you might even be able to give yourself advantage.
Oh no, I've got my speed.
We'll stand back, provide
okay.
support, and let you
So,
cook.
are we there now? What does this guy look like?
Well, if you enter the machine shop, which also has a number of other things there. Um, it's part warehouse, part shop. Um, you will going through a amber lit, somewhat dusty area. You'll eventually reach a counter which will have
Hey,
this person
Huh.
we love
um,
Moogles.
in a chair suspended on multiple points of wire. It is connected to a pulley system.
Okay. That's the one from the thing, yeah?
I mean, this is a Moogle, but it's not a Moogle that you've encountered before.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the Moogle.
But if you wear the Boss Moogle shades when we do this negotiation, you might get some bonuses.
Oh shit! Oh shit! You guys have the Boss Moogle shades, right?
Yeah, we know Boss Moogle. We know he's king.
Oh,
Perfect. Perfect. Do you know how much better that makes this entire thing? I don't even remember.
okay. Are you wearing the Boss Moogle shades?
100%. The second I see him, I'm going to take them out and put them on.
Okay. Unless there's something on the Boss Moogle shades that will counter what I'm going to say, because it has been a while. I will have it counter um, the Chopkeep's Metal Mugali's advantage I was going to give him.
Hmm. That's a disappointing. I was hoping to counter that with my speech.
Share that with your what?
I was hoping to counter that with my speech.
Ah,
What's the shopkeep's name? Hey, Starblade's gonna walk in and be
Metal
like,
Mugali.
Metal Mugali.
Yep.
Okay. Starblade's gonna walk in and be like, Hi, I'm Tarblane. What's your name?
I'm Metal Mugali Kupo, and you appear to be a person of exquisite culture, Kupo. Looking at your shades.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Boss Moogle gave these to me
I can
for a
tell from
job
the
I did.
craftsmanship.
We are adventurers. No, not just adventurers. Heroes of light. Why we have to wear these shades.
Yes, very bright, Kupo.
We are on a quest to save the world. We need supreme high cloud rejuvenation potions. As many as you can spare.
Hmm. I see, Kupo. Hmm. But this Moogle needs to be able to make a living, Kupo, especially if you do save the world. Then there'll be much living to be had, Kupo.
Of course. Of course. I would never ask you to give away your wares for free unless the fate of the world were at stake. I mean, if we failed to save the world because we didn't have enough supreme high cloud rejuvenation potions, that would mean that there isn't anyone to sell stuff to.
Hmm. Yes, but then my reputation would not be taking a hit because there'd be no one left to care for my reputation. Isn't that right, Kupo?
What do you mean your reputation would take a hit?
If you were to fail because of my my lack of inventory um, or discounts to your situation.
Oh no, if we fail, there just won't be anyone. The game is over. No, they're for everyone.
Hmm.
But if we succeed, you would be the Mughal who helped save the world. And people will come from all over the globe to visit your shop.
Ah,
It is the best advertising campaign that money can't buy.
opens about to say something, extending a tiny Moogle hand, and then pulls it back as if a thought has occurred to him. Um, Messes with a lever on the suspended chair as it whirs down. He hops off for a few moments to collect a few things. Hop back on. It'll whir back up, and hmm, if we reach a uh, reasonable exchange, Kupo, I uh, do think I could obligate you into taking and wearing these as well. Hmm. Yes, Kupo. What he and he puts out on the table these these like metal um metal both bronze and silver um excuse me hair clips with the name of his shop written on it in platinum.
Hmm. Hmm.
You're the one that mentioned advertising.
Of course. Of course. Now, I will say that you might have to work something out for my friend with the hat. Looks over at Roe. His
Looks
hair
over
is
at Ro,
all
who's like
fully
currently
covered.
examining the hair clip and kind of holding it up to like, oh, what?
uh, I see no issue with wearing these once we've saved the world, because at that point everyone will know our names and we'll happily wear them.
Oh,
All of the heroes of light.
but if you wear
Here is
them
my
now,
offer. Well, I mean, we don't want to have them fall out and get lost. And
but
if we don't save the world and for some reason the world goes on and we're all dead, you don't want a whole bunch of dead heroes wearing your merch. So here's my deal. Here's my deal. my my god is the guy behind the art of the deal.
There's a joke there. I'm not going to make it.
You glad you won't. I'm glad you won't. Thomas doesn't know the other guy. Okay.
Neither does Ro. Tristan just thought it was amusing.
So let's make a deal. You loan us as many potions as you can. We will pay you for what we use, up to 50% of total costs, and you get lifetime advertising. And we give you back any potions we didn't use.
sounds like a pretty good deal, Kupo. Tiny adjustment though.
Okay, I'm listening.
You pay for ones you don't return with. You can say you used 5 and say 10 10 break in the battle, Kupo. I would still want compensation.
Oh, of course, of course. Any that we don't return with, we will pay for 50% of value. But you're getting a lifetime of free advertising, which is worth far more than this. Plus, I imagine these things just aren't selling to every adventuring party coming through your door.
Usually, the skilled embers and Empire military Kupo.
Of course. But how often do they come through your door looking for this?
Every other Wednesday Kupo.
Oh, well, that's actually way more common than players thought.
So Rose is like, am I living in the wrong country? Are people just that loaded? They can come through every
Yeah.
Wednesday for 75,000 gold a pop?
Oh,
It's
it's not the same people, Kupo.
It's a government contract.
It doesn't have to be the same people. There's still that kind of regularity. Jesus.
Okay.
But the deal is sounding good, Kupo. Are you ready to make your
I'm ready.
to make your roll, or are you wanting to try to throw in some other stuff here?
Nope, I'm ready to make the roll.
Okay.
Just so I'm clear on what you just negotiated, we don't have to pay until basically the epilogue, where we only have to pay for what we used.
Yeah. And we only have to pay 50% of the value of what we used.
Yep. So we went through all that, haggling over, and trying to figure out how much money we have for nothing.
Okay, that's much better. Okay. Let's see. Expertise. 17 plus 17 is 34.
This works. You're the new god of the deal.
Yeah.
4 plus 1 is 39, unless I'm missing something.
Did you use your D4 guidance and your D8 inspiration?
Yeah.
And you remember you have expertise.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Then yeah, I think we've covered anything unless you want to throw a luck die at it.
I already had to throw the luck die. I had to throw my, well, I can't throw a luck die because I can't do luck die to myself. I can only give them to others. But I had to use a luck point to re-roll what was a 4 on my D20 into a 17.
And you also have that sorcerer thing that says if you fail, you can spend a sorcery point to roll a D4, I think.
Where is it? Source. It's 2d4? Favored by the gods. If you fail a saving throw or miss with an attack roll.
Okay, it doesn't apply to skill checks.
Does not apply to skill checks.
Oh, damn. Still, you rolled pretty ridiculous, so.
I reserve the right to use a hero. Is there any way to use a hero point to boost?
Hero points, can you add a D6?
Okay.
You can also use a card if you don't like your D20 roll.
No. 17 on the D20 roll is good.
Yeah, that is pretty good, yeah.
I will use a hero point to make this. Oh, there we go. 45.
Okay.
He got a 2 on his D20. Thank God he didn't have advantage. Of course, I would have imposed my own disadvantage after he had advantage. So.
If you did have advantage, it would go up to a 14.
That's still not enough, right?
Which would have been 33.
28 plus 5, 33, yeah?
If you don't do good on this deal, I will, and I'll take a look at all of you, ruin all of your reputations. But if you're the heroes, you won't have to worry about that. Reaches out with his small Moogle hand for a handshake.
Somewhere in the gallery, a new painting has appeared. Inspired by I think was it Da Vinci's Touch of Divinity, the thing where God's reaching out to touch.
Yeah.
It's Thomas and Robo shaking hands. The moment the tide turned.
Damn. Yeah. I thought I gave him enough bonuses to be a threat, which I did. He just rolled.
I think for shit, yeah.
Ooh.
For every bonus we had at him, and he just rolled for shit.
Yep.
If I had had to keep my first roll on my D20, it would have been pretty close. Well, no, still wouldn't have been close because it would have been
I mean, two's pretty bad
30.
roll.
I would have been at 32. So
Now,
it would have been.
this deal only matters if he actually has a lot of them to actually make this deal have legs. If he only has 3 of these things, then we just did a lot of. I mean, we still get out for free, but we did a lot of agonizing for nothing. So I suppose now that we're just taking whatever the hell we want, we can get both Supreme and Superior.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, we can even take whatever is the next lower one.
Oh, the graders?
Yeah.
I mean, we could. Do you think 2d4 plus 2 over 4 turns is worth it?
Only if you can take multiple and they stack.
Well, what it's doing is it's healing half your roll once for 4 turns. So technically, in the longer run, it's actually healing more than normal.
Well, it is, but yeah, the question is, can you layer them? Like, if you throw 2 clouds together, do you get the benefits of both? Because they
There
are
are 2 separate healing effects, so yes.
Okay, so yeah, we might as well get the graders too while we're at it. Okay, I see 14 something.
Well, 14 was the extra d20 roll. Like, if he did have advantage.
You want to see what his roll would have been? Okay.
Yeah. To 17 Supreme, 26 Superior is what he will bring out in these like egg basket crates.
17 Supreme, 26 Soundwave. Any graders back there?
Hmm. 2. The next batch isn't ready.
2's better than none.
The urge to go sneak back into this guy's place of business after he leaves for the night and took the books to say that we took 10 less than we actually did.
And in an unrelated transaction, Ro's also going to pick up a pair of those mech boots he's selling.
Hmm. Ah, very good, Kupo. Very. Very springing of you.
All right, so now we can spread these out over the party, so everybody has a few, and that way, they're in a position to help the party, and the party's getting fucked. Everybody has the ability to throw a healing grenade.
Okay, how many
Okay.
per person?
Need to fit. Let's see. We got Sasha, Jatana, Mint, Ro, Thomas. So it sounds like active party is currently 5. Did I count Kami since we know Sierra's coming back?
Because you're getting back to it, that makes sense to counter.
Okay, so 6. Quick math.
Maths.
That is 4 superior and 2 supreme per party member.
And you said 2 Supreme?
Yep, 4 Superior, 2 Supreme.
Or for me, because I have little people to keep track of. Oh, can you guys use? Yeah, you guys can use the EM command, can't you?
Never tried.
I thought you had because I've seen you
You-
do this kind of thing before.
EM?
Yeah, slash EM.
I've never used /EM. Oh, I use /me
Ah, okay.
when I do that.
Yeah, /me.
Okay. Maybe the GM thing is EM. Okay.
It's /GM.
Well, if you're whispering to the GM, it's /GM. If you're trying to do what David just did, that might be /EM.
Because I believe that's emote. Anyway, so the Metal Mugali will be moving around the store, kind of observing what you guys are looking at, and occasionally giving pointers via the wire suspended chair, but will occasionally hop off to help if you guys need it. Metal Magali's mechanical wings apparently have a fuel source to them, which he is not wanting to use unless he has to.
I don't blame him. Okay, now that we've gotten that out of the way, remind Tristan there was something about a relic in town, or the town was looking for.
There was rumors that that there was a relic. Um, the relic was within the relatives, so like a couple days of vicinity of um, where Kara believes the ship has crashed.
Okay, so we can.
It's in that area in a scope of today's diameter around.
And could even possibly be either connected to or actually be the ship itself.
Could be, yeah.
Okay, I thought they were two separate two separate areas or something. Okay, if it's all in the same area, great.
Yeah, it's something that people are, that the Empire is looking into / has hired some people to look into with the idea of getting a reward if it is found and turned, and a penalty if it's not turned in but found.
Yeah, well, if it turns out to be the airship, they can suck it, or even a piece of the airship. Because if it turns out to be the engines or something, we're going to need those.
Yeah, I believe Fiona mentioned the Dancer's Lobby. I'm pretty sure she did.
Thanks. You may have, but again, it's been 2 weeks. What?
I believe she mentioned it as a rival area, but could be useful as a source of information. As over the Den of Sin here is currently at half capability as it's in the process of being renovated. As I remember her making the comment that the Dancer's Lobby did not appreciate them being, the Den of Sin coming into town because that'll essentially be a rival thing.
All right, you want to check out the competition? Maybe get some intel then, or just head out.
We can check out the competition.
Yeah.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Store the potions in the crate to be distributed when we get back to the den, and we'll go check out the Dancer's Hall.
Okay. Okay. Who is wanting to go in?
I think Thomas definitely. Ro would go with him. I don't know what the NPCs want to do. They're people.
Are they people too?
So the GM keeps telling me.
I mean, bringing Fiona along would probably be not a terrible idea.
She's probably had interactions with them at least. Yeah, if you want to do that.
Okay. Cool. Um, let's see. It's presenting as a club. It hasn't been to really any clubs like this because, as I recall, Ro, your hometown didn't exactly have this kind of venue other than rowdy taverns.
So yeah, we probably had like a tavern or saloon type. We didn't have anything on this level. Like maybe a town theater where like traveling performances came through or whatever.
So yeah, Mint will go in more for curiosity's sake. Alright, and cat. They will actually go over to scrap shop.
Best I can find anything good.
Sure.
Curious about the scrap shop. Yeah, we can.
Okay. Uh, Going over to the dancer's lobby. Well, there will be a bouncer um in front of the in front of the doorway. This bouncer will be rather tall. Uh, uh, come on. Do I need to scale you? I will scale you. Come on. Tall, musculature.
Be our first one, so
Oh, there we go. Yep. Horn on the head, as you can see. Um, I guess you could say like the Wookiee of Final Fantasy. um, Unless either of you are particularly tall, he'll look down at you. I'm afraid guests aren't allowed to carry weapons inside the dance hall.
Oh, we're not just guests; we're heroes.
I've heard that before. Heroes of Light, a hero, a hero of Cobalt, a grand survivor of Rashengal. I've heard many people who have wanted to keep their precious arms inside these gracious halls.
You've heard of other heroes of light? Hold
I've heard people claiming to be such.
on. Oh. Did they actually have the crystals?
If you're referring to the and to a number of enchanted gems, then yes.
No, not just enchanted gems. I'm referring to the actual uh world crystals of lore. I guess most people don't know about these, do they?
They know the mythology that they exist, but
Oh,
that they are
they've
in
never seen
theory
them.
keeping chaos at bay or whatever.
Hmm. Even if you do have these crystals, which would be quite impressive to me anyway, answer me this: why would you want your weapons in a full of graceful, beautiful, and dazzling dancers and wait staff? Purpose would they hold for you aside from perhaps ransoming against the establishment?
Uh Again, I don't necessarily trust anyone else with my weapons. And my weapons don't trust anyone else without me. So
That's a new
they
one.
they like I'm pretty sure we can't lose the crystal weapons, yeah? Like they kind of boomerang back.
I don't think anyone's tried.
I thought Kami did.
Yeah, Kami did try to throw her crystal away. It came back.
Yeah,
I do remember that, like her trying to throw off the boat or something. I don't know if it was something Sierra just wrote as happening or whether you actually confirmed that with her, but I do remember that scene.
Okay. I would like to pull out the earth crystal and make a perception check. Not perception check. A not deception check. A persuasion check.
okay. Given that the Ronso is legitimately impressed because he has seen enough augment gems to know that this is not one of those, you can roll an advantage.
For fuck's sake. I feel like I okay. 29.
Hmm. I have to say that for what I know, for what I know, these do look genuine, or as genuine as myth can be. I would not expect you to be given uh, the dancers lobby services free on this merit alone. However, I certainly wouldn't mind these halls being graced by such prominence, and I am sure that Mr. Mir would not either. So, as long as this doesn't come to bite me in the tail, I'm willing to let you and your other entourage of crystal-bearing heroes to go inside.
Perfect. We appreciate your services.
As a show of respect, we'll just take it. Just a show, just effectively peace bonding the gunblade, and that's like a ridiculously over the top bow on his way in.
Okay. Mint, given the nature of what her weapon is, has nothing to hand over because her weapon has a kind of hammer space to it.
Yeah.
But she'll kind of giggle as she goes past and goes inside. Okay, the interior of the Denter's lobby. There's a short hallway that does have a potent gear check off to the side. The person manning the checking station will notice some signal from the bouncer to not hold you guys up. To beyond beyond a curtain of beads, which of course obscures vision, not the sound of this general talking, something that Tarblaine is very used to in the den, where there's just the ambient sounds of voices, occasionally spiked with with oohs and ahs. Um, Going past the beads must have some level of some level of magic to them, as um, scents weren't passing through until you progress beyond the barrier. In which case, unless you are for some reason holding your breath, you will be able to detect the scent of um, like delicious like grilling meats from probably the kitchen area, which there will be a bar. Part of the bar has a conveyor system on it in the within range, but in the back beyond tables and such. Um, a conveyor belt on it, shifting platters of food around that people are occasionally snagging from using these like metal tongs. There's of course a bar itself. Wait staff of various races are going around this rather large hall, which um, takes up the um, that right wing that you can see on the eastern wing. You can see on the map. There's 100 tables, staff going around serving people. While the serving staff are dressed in fine clothing, things like silk. Some are adorned um, with like chocobo feathers, which appear to be some indication of like assistant manager or managerial staff. Um, Moving around beyond the tables, and where a lot of the oohing and awing is occurring, is a large dance stage, one that is in fact two tiered, featuring uh, dancers that you would. It doesn't really surprise you very much, Charblaine. Um, Very much kind of the exotic dancer type. A bit again glamorized by the fact that it's a two-tiered stage versus a single tiered stage. Um, you're not seeing much in the way of like organized gambling, unlike the Den of Sin. There are some people that are clearly holding their own like personal private games of chance. For anyone wanting to look around to see if there's anything perhaps intentionally hidden or incidentally hidden just by crowds moving around, you can make me a general perception roll.
Okay. Perception's not my forte, so
24.
Okay. Is Turbulane rolling, or are you not even bother to roll? Or you just kind of just is Turbulane just kind of like in general looking around?
He's just passively looking around.
Okay. Turbulane, not Turbulane, Rogue. With your role of looking around, you will see that there are some nooks and a staircase that you are finding difficult to focus on, but you know are there. You're just not able to discern details about them.
I tell if it's like some kind of enchantment that's making it hard, or is it just like a distance, smoky room kind of other natural occurring issue?
Given the kind of thing that's happening, it is some sort of some sort of perception ward.
Somebody doesn't want you looking at their bookcase.
Um,
I'm really curious.
so did I mess it up? Yeah, I messed it up. Yep. I believe a 30 beats everyone's passive perception. Let me check a minute. Mint passive is higher than I thought, but not enough. Yeah, because yours was like 23, 22. Okay, yeah, and Turbulane's was 3. Okay. As you guys are looking around, there will be a voice that speaks up behind you, Tarbelane. Mental lightly jump, being startled at the sudden voice. But the voice behind you. And when I say behind you, I mean like within 5 feet, like within like 5 feet of you, Tarbelane. Will speak up. And unless I'm mistaken, I would think you should be up on that stage, good sir.
Wait, who said that to me?
Someone behind you. They were either they were under some form of invisibility or just so sneaky that no one noticed.
Okay, if it was invisibility, remember Kaze can see invisible.
It was not invisibility.
Okay.
It was just a really high stealth roll.
I figured. I just wanted to
Yeah.
rub the GM's nose in it a little bit because I know you forget.
Yeah.
Turbulane's gonna be like, oh.
No,
He's
he's
gonna turn
behind
around
you.
and look at this person.
Okay. Yep. He'll immediately follow with, "Oh, I apologize. Clearly, you're a guest. That's my mistake."
I punch him.
Hopefully this guy's not bad.
Is it hoping this guy's not bad?
Nobody is supposed to see.
This guy's
He's going
not
to kill
a
us all.
villain.
Unlike what's implied in the picture, he does have pants on. He is, however, shirtless and with that open jacket.
Just real quick, you don't happen to be in the market for superior high cloud rejuvenation potions, do you? Because I've got several I'll give you. I'm just
Prestidigitation spray bottle. Potions.
If you're offering, I could certainly use one or two. Though I have some supplies of my own that I would certainly be able to part with at least some if I were to. It'll take a moment to like he's not really hiding. He's like half-heartedly hiding the fact that he's eyeing a little bit. If you were to actually go up on that stage and display the talent that you clearly have.
Hold on, what's my performance? Not great. Okay. What do I get for standing? Does robe boost performances?
I do not believe I boost performance with my aura. No.
Okay. Um.
So depending on the type of performance he's looking for, you might be able to argue Dex, and I believe you can argue luck regardless.
Well, I mean, charisma is the base for performance, which is my highest stat. So.
Oh well, then, yeah, you're good regardless.
Yeah. But deception check to flirt with him and be
Okay.
like, "Oh, sorry. Uh, it's not really fully deception though. We were just checking out the competition."
Actually, yeah, that's not really a lie.
I mean, we, we're trying to. We have an ulterior motive.
So we're also here to gather information, but yes, we're here to check the competition, so he's not lying.
Yeah.
We're here to check out the competition. You must be the competition.
Hmm.
I can see that I'm going to have to the gym a little more.
Oh,
Uh,
are
Thomas
you?
Thomas Blaine DeRoe, proprietor of the Den of Sin. Uh,
Ah, I've had a few
Chang.
dealings with Fiona. She had mentioned a wonderful partner
Oh,
that she was working with.
uh, husband,
I
but
am Alton Mir,
we share.
proprietor of the Dancers Lounge.
No. I've got to correct you there. It's husband, but we do share.
Hmm. Well, that's certainly interesting to know. So even as a competitor, if you can prove yourself on that stage, I still wouldn't mind parting with some of my stock if you impress me. However, as your direct competition, my standards have just gone up.
No. Do you think I can intimidate him into being a bottom?
If you if you want to throw in some dom power and roll intimidation, you can certainly try.
Oh no. No. Uh, hmm. I haven't danced in the last 500 years or so. You'll have to forgive me. I'm a little out of practice on the dancing. I tend to show more strength behind closed doors.
Oh, hmm. There's plenty of surprises behind closed doors in the lounge. I certainly have my own closed door and am currently available to show off some more private establishments. But
Fiona's
as
with
you are
me,
not
right?
merely a guest,
We
and
brought Fiona, right?
Yeah, you said you wanted to.
yeah, she's
Okay.
just kind of grinning in the background.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, are you the type who would prefer to give me the tour, give my wife the tour, or give both of us a tour?
That's answering the question. Da, 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 da.
Me, I don't discriminate. Neither does she.
One at a time, or are you thinking about making this a party?
Oh, everywhere I go is a party. I mean, Mint's here too, right? Like we
Yeah, she currently is is currently enamoring or rather, looking over at the dancing stage area as she is a little flustered. I kind of like, oh, I never been able to go to these kind of places before, that kind of thing.
yeah. I just almost said the cringiest line I've ever said. Give me 2 minutes and we'll have a hole for every pole. Oh no, we can't. We're not gonna bring intent to this.
Okay.
But yeah, no. You can give us both the tour, and then perhaps next time you come by our place.
Hmm. That'll depend on how well the tour goes, and I am certainly willing to entertain the idea.
Lead the way.
Are these other people you're with sparing a glance for Mint and Roe? Um, are they with you and Fiona? As in, like, a part of your
Not
entourage, not necessarily part of what you're about to do.
not in the strictest of definitions.
Hmm.
We travel together.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
I understand then. In that case, um,
but we're not
he
performers.
uh, he'll um he'll give a slight nod of acknowledgement to that. He will extend a hand, not to directly take your hand, but it looks like he is partially going to grasp your wrist, but being slow enough to where you can withdraw if you want to.
Well, no, I'll let him grasp my wrist.
He'll take your wrist, um, bring it in towards him and into an internal pocket of his coat, where you feel two thin. They feel about the size of business cards.
Okay.
He clearly has an expectation that you're going to grab them
Grab them.
as he slides your hand back out. Feel free to give these to your two friends here.
Okay.
The cards are white rimmed cards with the main color being a goldish yellow. Um, there'll be a numbering on the center. Each card will say 50 on it. There's some form of vouchers.
Hmm. Okay. So I will give the vouchers to the others so they can.
Okay. Um, After that, Elton Mir will lead yourself and Fiona into a private tour.
Or with air quotes or an actual tour?
Or with air quotes, unless they're going to back out.
No. Whoa, we're not backing out.
Okay.
Backing up on it, maybe.
Okay.
I mean, hell, Thomas might even call the demon in for this one. Just be like, hey, there's no gamble today. Just wanted to see if you were down.
I mean, I suppose you could make it a bet in order to keep the demon around for its purpose. I mean, the cowboy around for its purpose. um. Okay.
I bet you 100 gold that you won't finish in my ass. Oh darn, I lost.
Okay.
And weird. Definitely canceled.
Um. Do we have the not appropriate for all audiences tag?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay. We're good.
I don't have the one they have, which marks the stream as 100% mature. You must prove you're 18 plus before you actually get to see anything. But I do have the other.
Okay.
I do have the language tags and all that.
Gotcha. Okay. If I could get a performance roll from you, advantage if you're working with Fiona, and a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, 23 performance.
Oh, nice.
Terrible. That advantage really helped. And you said a luck saving throw?
Yes, certainly a luck saving throw.
Yeah, we're gonna burn another point. 19. I'm rolling really well on the advantages here.
Okay.
So that is 30 Constitution.
30. Okay. Okay, let me double check which scale that is in. Da. That's going to be under. I really should just have this like as a note thing, so I don't have to look it up every time. But I'm pretty sure that goes. Oh, oh, very nice, very nice. Oh, okay. Near Fiona and Charbelaine have gone off on their tour. You wrote and meant have been given these voucher-looking cards. Um, while they're away for a as yet undetermined amount of time, what would you like to be doing in the lounge? I did mention there were some perception filtered areas that sir.
Kind of be kind of curious about those. Kind of meandering by to see if he can get a closer look without drawing too much attention to himself. I heard something about vouchers for something.
They're white rimmed gold cards with 50. Looks like it's stamped in the center of the cards.
So they're bison dollars for use within the. So kind of services am I looking at that I could spend that on?
Okay. The services that you're just seeing around in general are food. You can get private dances. There's also drinks. these food and drinks do have a special menu, which a special menu starts with they're called special meal, what, like 1, 2, 3, etc. Each grade of special meal is excuse me, is 20 gold. So special meal 1 is 20, 2 is 40,
etc.
etc., etc. As for what the meals consist of, it is uh, listed as um, vitamin and protein rich. It comes with a drink of equal or lesser value.
Yeah.
There is also a small shop that contains a grab bag of scrolls, ranging from, and I'll just speak the meta here, ranging from levels 1 to 5. Each grab bag contains 3 scrolls and are 10 gold.
They're just random. You don't see what you're getting. They're just blind bags.
They're mystery bags.
Yeah. You'll get a drink, and kind of like grab a corner where you can just kind of like observe. He's just trying to settle in with the vibe a little bit. Keep his ear open for intel that might be worth further pursuing.
Okay.
But I would also like to. I'll drop the voucher on 5 grab bags.
Okay. When you use the voucher, there will be a slight glow as the number will tick down for how much you're getting, and with a small dazzling but not blinding flash of light, the corresponding amount of gil will appear on top of the card. And you said you're going for 5?
Yep, I'll go for 5.
Oh.
Why not?
Okay. Can you roll me 2d6, please? Individual d6.
5 and 6.
Okay. Oh shit! All right, here we go.
Look at that. Okay.
Do-do-do. Oh, you're supposed to roll that one. Yes, you will find that one of these scrolls is in fact a level 9 scroll.
Ah!
This particular scroll is a golden on a form of golden parchment as opposed to the rest. There will be a notation on it of that it is a quote unquote jackpot scroll.
Let's say I got the golden hollow foil. Gotcha. Right. Awesome.
As for you kind of looking around to gain some clues, you can either rely on passive or make an active investigation. Mint. Mint is going around and being a little looking a little tepid. It's like she wants to be adventurous, but is nervous because she again really hasn't been in an environment like this before, outside of like short den of sin stints. But this is clearly a little bit of a different atmosphere. Between the buying and the looking around, even before I get your roll, because this will take some time to just kind of gather a base.
Yeah.
Um, 2 hours would have passed, and still no sign of your whoring compatriots.
I'll do a quick check-in with the earring, just to make sure they're still okay.
Yeah, we're fine. I assume we're fine.
Oh yeah, you're fine, unless you're taking a breather with some juice that is on the behind some cases in the room. You're doing more than fine.
The
This
earring,
guy,
though,
this,
it has to be words to respond, right?
I think you're thinking of sending. This is earring this message,
It's a message.
which I think is unlimited. Yeah.
Yeah, unlimited. It just has short range, but it's unlimited words.
Okay. Yep.
Yep. So Thomas is gonna pick up, and you're just gonna hear groaning and moaning.
Fine.
Perception, not an investigation.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. You said investigation.
What was that, Tarbell? We're going to add something.
No. I was correcting grunting and moaning, not groaning and moaning.
Gotcha.
No groaning, just moaning and grunting.
Much better.
ERB.
As time is continuing to pass, is okay. Mint is being a little bit more involved, getting food. Looks like she's speaking with the dancers that are going offset. You will notice that there will lots of regular business going on, but you'll see that uh, a human, maybe with some amount of elf blood, um, comes in, speaks to the bartender, and after a few moments goes goes into not the stairs, but one of the on level filtered areas. Didn't quite catch what was going on. After some more observation, there'll be a different person that comes in. They're not called lizard folk. Bengali, the Banga, will wander their way in, talk to talk to the barkeep, and here you'll be able to discern, just because the voice carries a little bit, given how different it is from the general din of what's going on. Um, a- um, He'd ask the bartender about um, um, looking into the um, um, permanent invisibility services.
I do recall the sign saying they offered.
Um, There'll be a little bit of an exchange, which sounds to you like um, clearly some innuendo is being used in the few extra seconds of exchange. At which point the barkeep. You didn't notice this with the other person that came in, but with people being in different positions, so your vision isn't really blocked. You will see that this time the barkeep slides over a drink with a little bit of rainbowness to the foam to him, and he'll down it and head to the other perception filtered area that's on the same level that you're in. Come to think of it, the other person, uh, the first person you saw, did down something, but you weren't able to tell that it was special because there were some people. Um, uh, Waiting a bit longer, the first person, the one with the possible half elven person, um, comes out of the perception filtered area. Looks fine, doesn't look like he was beaten up or anything. Um, and is heading towards the exit. So clearly he did something back there and is leaving instead of enjoying the festivity or services. The Bengal is still in whatever's going on behind the perception area.
Insight check, just get a vibe check on the guys. I guess is this like something dangerous, shady, whatever that I should actually be concerned about, or is this just I doing normal magical transaction stuff in an area where magic is not a big not normally available. So
Gotcha.
I'm trying to gauge threat level. It's like, okay, this is clearly probably some kind of underground black market dealing, but not necessarily because they advertise the permanent visibility services. But again, this is something I need to be concerned about.
Yeah. You can feel free to make an insight roll. I can let you know just from the investigation that the fact that innuendo speak was going on after what clearly was the semi-secret code phrase mentioned. And yes, there's some level of like, let me be sure who I'm talking to is going.
Well, yeah, there's I clearly pick up that there's some level of shady, but I'm less concerned about say like smugglers as opposed or something as opposed to say like black robe shenanigans. But the black robes would need these guys, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I'm gauging for plot hook. I guess is the dumbest way of putting it.
The from what you have observed, the intent of the people using the code word to access these services has ranged from like clearly like contained anger, so possibly vengeance motivations, clearly some sort of hostile motivations, not towards the staff here, but for whatever reason they're going in, they have ill intent towards something. The other person and some of the other people have had more of a very heavy concern or suspicion that is not inherently hostile or aggressive. So yeah, it ranges from concerned and suspicious to that son of a bitch. I'm gonna get yada yada.
Clearly, violence or something is about to occur.
Yeah. You have never observed anyone, at least in your time here, going with the seeming intent. I'm just gonna check this out. It's there's clearly everyone who has made their class has clearly had some level of strong motivation um, that is either hostile or concern. No sense of I'm browsing through wares. It's there's a purpose here. As it's not mind reading, I can't actually go into super detail. The Barkeep is clearly using the innuendo speak to people. You're in a sense part of it is a screen for Ustrina law enforcement, and another part is a kind of gauging of, is the person I'm talking to in a mindful enough state to use the services they're going to be getting into. So they're not just screening for law; they're screening for um, almost the protection of the person asking. Like if the barkeep thinks that they're here for the wrong reasons, they will be turned away.
All right. Well, it sounds like then dude, is about to go commit something, dastardly. I will use the earring to let people know, like, hey, I'm not sure if a murder or something's about to go down. I'm about to go check it out. Out for a moment. Imagine if shit goes sideways, you'll hear it.
Uh, there'll be a like half paying attention. Okay, from men, particularly enamored with something. Sorry, Tarvalin.
Tarblane also is like,
Right. So, Ro, are you going to follow the person leaving, or see what they were interacting with before leaving?
I'll take a moment to clock what they were trying to interact with on my way to follow.
Okay. Well, it was in one of the perception filtered areas. So if you want to check that out, you'd have to actually go past the bounds to see, or dispel the effect.
Spelling the effect would be very obvious. Everybody would see that.
Yeah.
So that's clearly a no bueno. The odds of slipping in myself are pretty low, but what I can try to do is have Kaze duck in there. So, I can just vamp her in there all nice and tiny, like.
Okay.
And then while they're doing, while I'm using their senses to check that guy again, keep moving.
Okay. As I understand it, when using their senses, your senses don't work.
They locked into their sense, so it's like use their sense from like an action while it's like I see I have crossing the room. I have maybe 6 seconds. Take his sense. 6 seconds, and just keep bouncing back and forth.
Okay. Given that you are bouncing this back and forth, could I get a investigation roll at disadvantage? Since you're, kind of getting like snippets of time since you're flickering between. And if you're shadowing the person, it's going to be stealth. If you just want to intercept them, they're not particularly running, so you could just directly intercept them if you're not being shadowy about it.
Oh shit! Damn. That roll.
Okay. Okay. Morlon isn't being very stealthy at all. You're able to follow Mr. Orlane back to what appears to be a just single-story house. You will notice as you are shadowing them that one of these guys is shadowing them as well.
So they hit law enforcement, right?
Yeah, that's Innistrino military warfare.
So military police or some equivalent.
Yeah. They haven't noticed you obviously, so you're both shadowing the same person,
Mhm.
and you know that this guy is also shadowing the other guy, but they appear to have gone into their abode. The person in the warframe kind of flashes around. Will look to a nearby building and um, from the arm not holding the two-handed sword, the large two-handed sword in a one-handed fashion. Is it a regular two-handed? Yep, the two-handed sword in a one-handed fashion will launch a cable which will jam into a nearby roof and pull the unit up to the rooftop, so he has a good vantage point to kind of look down into windows of Moorland's house. So yes, you have just seen that these guys have built-in grapple systems.
For some reason, he's grappling into the house.
He's grappling to an adjacent house to have a good vantage point to look into the guy's windows. His suspicions were aroused, but it's not like I'm just gonna go into your house, at least not at this moment.
Still need to work.
With your investigation being what it is, even at disadvantage, I can let you know that it appears to be that this guy is essentially doing an observation and check to see if there's any existing dangers or defenses or anything he or she needs to be aware of. Your passive insight with what body language you can get from this thing, showing it's a big suit of armor. Looks like that he would not be above just going into the building if he feels that there is enough reason to. So far, the guy's purely operating on that guy is moving as if they might have something to hide. I'm investigating.
He clocked the same thing I did. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll try to maintain my stealth and kind of closer. Maybe see if I can get a window view or something to figure out what's going on.
Okay. Going into to looking at various through a series of various windows, you will see that Moorland has a piece of parchment in his hand, which clearly has some, for lack of a better term, alchemical photographs, and is marking it with a writing utensil. It looks like they're putting a X over the image.
I see the image, who they're trying to cross out.
You can make me a perception roll to see if you can get a good vantage point on like a mirror.
I don't know if it's been long enough. Kaze could have finished.
Right. With that
Perception.
after the perception roll, you can be as it can be done.
That's fine.
18. Okay. It is a image of a excuse me. It is the image of a woman with a bloodied weapon in their hand, of some form of bladed weapon. It is a bit fuzzy. It's as if this image was made based off of the hosting you'd be familiar with as a scry, or knowing the history of people maybe some form of long-range scope that just couldn't get very good resolution.
Not anybody that I recognize, just random.
It's a to you random female elf, but with a bloodied close quartered weapon. There's also some signs of blood on the person's outfit.
No indication of like affiliation or anything like Estrina, Ember, etc.
No Ember affiliations. They just appear to be a person who appears to have just committed either an assault or a kill.
And I can't roll history or something to see if it's like a known criminal element of some kind, or bounty or something of some kind.
Do you have proficiency in history?
I do.
Okay. In which case, I can let you know that this particular person is not affiliated with any well-known group.
Okay, so it's a rando on some random civilian has decided that he's going to attempt to axe off some rando, clearly trained combat chick. All I have to go on at this point is the permanent. He came looking for permanent invisibility. Got it. They clearly didn't cast it on him right now, so it's probably some kind of item which given to Strina. That's how that would probably operate anyway.
With some of that can be answered with Kaze's investigation. At this point, by the way, it has been 4-ish hours. At which point, Mr. Mears' stamina is getting pretty tapped, so he's tapping out.
All right.
Okay. From what Kaze was able to tell, because there was 2 additional people that came into that particular area while you were casing and following this guy. I'm sure you can tell the permanent invisibility services are what amount to unofficial spies that can act as assassins. So basically, they provide anything from PI services to assassination services. So it's permanent invisibility.
Don't make you permanently invisible. They have permanently available people who can become invisible and do stuff for you.
It's a euphemism for making people disappear.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he walked in asking for an assassination or something, and now that he's crossed them off, he's not going after them, but clearly the guild or whatever it is.
Yeah. As is mentioned, though, they also provide less than lethal services in the form of spying.
But that's clearly not what this guy asked.
Right. For what Kaze was seeing, people that were there, you can figure are in fact trained. They're probably these people are either people who no longer work for Extrina intelligence services, either by choice of just giving the service and opting out, or people that have been summarily discharged from the service. You remember like those ninja people that you guys encountered on I believe it was on the edge of Nympha territory.
Mm-hmm.
It's like those kinds of people, the people with like the kunais and the grapples and the sneaky around.
Okay, so I'm gonna back off, move into earring range. Okay, looks like your boy's running some kind of not exclusively limited to, but also including assassin guild. Just witnessed somebody putting out a hit on some kind of, I'm going to call it mercenary type. I'm not sure how much I can do about that. My money would be on that this person probably is already out in the field, so we may run into it while we're out and about. I'm not sure there's anything we can do about it here.
Yeah.
That said, since Kaze is doing the recon, I'm gonna, and Kaze would have, since you said what's going on, Kaze probably would have observed this. I'm guessing there's probably some kind of ledger system or something, so that they know, the guy comes in, requests thing, they write it down so that they can tell whoever needs to be told.
Yeah, in that case, I can certainly tell you they have a pneumatic tube system,
Okay, in which case,
which Kaze could fit in.
yeah, I was gonna say Kaze's gonna take a ride, see if they can actually find the order in question.
Okay.
Which I imagine it's it's probably near the top, considering you said only 2 came in ahead after this guy. So if guys that goes now, they might be it's probably like top ones.
I will warn you guys, I did fail to get a nap, so I am starting to reach the point where my mental capacity is fading.
Well, I feel like if I can confirm that this is not something we need to deal with in town, that we can start heading out in the morning, and then that'll be a reasonable place to wrap it.
Yeah.
Kaze will be able to follow the particular tube, and find a small room. It's about the size of like a dorm room, with a with, by the time Kaze arrives, a guy that has fully put on their regalia, and is about to leave. It's a very like steampunk ninja thing. Like there's like arm braces with things on them. A system which probably functions very much like the grasshopper boots from G.I. Joe. That kind of stuff. Kaze will notice that also that on the wall of this dorm there's a board with people stuck on them, including a a pair of papers that have a label a label above them that puts these in the category of be on the lookout for / avoid. And I believe Kaze can.
Yes. Yeah.
And I believe when you're sharing Kaze's senses, it's essentially operating off of your own passives.
Yeah, I get my skills, but any special senses Kaze has, I get to use.
In that case, two. Can you roll me d6, please?
1.
1? Okay. It's fine. I was just seeing which image actually was available to see. We do not see this person's name. We do see that they're affiliated with the Walkers of something. The name's faded out, but you do see this image.
That's not the woman.
No, that's on the be on the lookout for / avoid.
Okay, that's completely unrelated.
No, that's basically something for the in this case assassin to be on the lookout for these pair of people, one of which you can see the image of, and do not engage.
Okay, so it's a person of interest in the region.
Yeah.
Any sign of the tube with the order in it? I'm guessing the guy's probably already is walking off with it now.
It is on the table. They apparently read it and went and just set it on the table.
Okay, so
You will be able to get that it is out is on a on a Lena Trove, which has been quote unquote accused of taking out Moreland's wife.
Okay, so at least is accused of being a terrible person. Not necessarily is a terrible person, but
yeah, because these guys only have Moreland's side of it.
Does
So,
it give an indication on where they're looking for her?
yes.
Is this an in-town quest or is this an on-the-way quest?
It's near the it's near the western Necrospores.
That's where we're going.
That's in the vicinity of where
Okay,
you're
so
going.
we'll possibly come up while we're doing our search. Okay, awesome. So what I'm going to do then to wrap this up, Kaze's going to jump up on the table.
Yep.
I'm going to champ Kaze, taking the thing with it.
Okay.
Because it has the collar that lets me do that.
Yep.
I am then going to bamf Kaze over to the...
Okay.
And via sending, give them a heads up. This dude has put out a hit. Here's the receipts.
Okay. Cool.
Bring Kaze back.
Okay.
Okay. Poor bastard is going to be having to answer some awkward questions. Sounds like the hit is going to be taking place in our search zone, so we'll be having to keep an eye out for potential ninjas, assassins, in addition to everything else. But at this point, I think we can leave, I don't know how long you need to recover, maybe first thing in the morning?
I mean, I can leave now. I'm good. I wasn't tired. The other guy was.
Okay, in which case I'll round up Mint, maybe grab yourself a Gatorade, and assuming it's not about to be sunset, which I doubt it is, because I imagine we left pretty early in the morning to go do the shopping and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I imagine we can be out of here by lunch.
No, he said it took 4 hours with the guy, right?
So if you guys left at like 7 to do shopping,
imagine time to do the shopping. So yeah, maybe noonish now, maybe a little after. Okay, so we can we can be out of here early afternoon. Still get some pretty good travel time. And as I recall from the map, we don't need we need a boat to get to the forest because this was a detour island side tangent.
Well, you're on that same side, so you could travel by foot.
Alrighty, gentlemen.
Yep.
I guess I'm
Might travel by foot.
Okay.
So you're...
Okay, I was thinking of east. You're talking about west. Okay. You see, there's still an island. There's still a waterway.
Okay, my mistake.
So yeah, we need to at least take the Narnia over to the... Okay, so we can take the Narnia over to the Fallen Forest, which will take a day or two, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. I realize you have to be off, Torbelane. You did sufficiently impress impress him on the floor, and you will be getting some rewards afterwards.
I guess in character, let Kami know where we're heading, and that we can use the resistance.
Yes, especially since you're dealing with
4 days from. Which in theory means if you wanted to stick around with your wife for 4 days, we could meet you there.
Yep.
I'll just summon you when we get there.
That's really convenient.
Alrighty.
Yeah, like we're wrapping. So yeah, some sleep, man.
Have a good night.
All right.